This is a message from your guides reading for the monk. I have 4 crystals here. I have 2 group crystals for everyone that I'm reading from Patreon today. So I have my malachite, which is a really grounding stone. It's also really good for psychic defense. And also protection in general, so it can not only be energetic, it can be in other ways as well. And then I have my selenite, which I know I talked about in the group reading recently, so I'm not going to get into the selenite. Then for you, I pulled specifically, I have my sodalite here, and then I have lapis lazuli. So these have some, as you can see by the color, these are typically associated with the third eye, but also the throat chakra as well. And specifically, sodalite resonates with the throat chakra, and it has a lot to do with mental clarity, but then also speaking and delivering your truth, being comfortable with your authentic self, and authentic expression. And then lapis lazuli, it doesn't have so much of a focus on truth. Sodalite also has a focus on setting boundaries as well. But same types of energies, third eye, developing your psychic abilities, meditation, mental clarity, and then also the throat chakra, opening that and expressing who you are with ease, or being comfortable doing that. There's this that keeps coming in of being comfortable doing that. So your guides are saying that it isn't about striving or stressing. They're saying that it's actually about being. It's about being. Okay, so surrounding you in protective space. I should do that before we continue. I'm going to use both of these crystals, I feel like. So I'll surround myself first and then you. Okay, there's something I'm hitting on with the crown chakra, but I'm not sure exactly what that is. So they're saying that you can't form yourself. You can only be yourself. They're speaking very slowly. Like a sentence and a break. A sentence and a break. They're talking very slowly right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the second one now and see what else will come up. Just this word again and again of being. and that being serves you. Now, one thing that was coming to me before when I was putting your picture up here, I had to get it off of my computer, and I was choosing the crystals that I was drawn to. There is something about diet that was coming through and that they're mentioning again. I do feel like diet is something important for you. I keep seeing, like, there's this feeling and pictures as well of something that feels more like a fruitarian type of diet, raw and very clean and very light and very efficient. There's a word affordable coming in too, though, to think about doing it as well in an approachable way or an affordable way. Both of those things. And doing it in the way that you are able to do it. I don't feel like you always have to think about organic all of the time, and eat the things that you are able to eat, because that is one thing, is it can be kind of expensive, and that's something coming up. But I also feel this feeling almost of, what is that? Minimalizing. That is the word here. Becoming more focused within, and kind of minimalizing the outside. So even diet can actually reflect that. If I had a diet of fruit and maybe even a few raw veggies here or there, but if I had a diet that that consisted of a very few things, and I didn't cook them, I just ate them raw, the way that they naturally are. Even that almost reflects this idea of being. Because you're eating something that is just being. It's natural, it's untouched, you didn't cook it, so you didn't damage it with heat, you didn't, process it into something else or buy it already processed by somebody else or some company into something else, or where they took a whole bunch of ingredients and they formed, a burger. Like, this almost feels like if it were like a vegan burger or something, and it has different like ingredients all into it that make it into that specific recipe, and that's like an example, but it can be anything like that. You take a bunch of ingredients and you make it into one thing. If you want to be, it feels like the things that you do externally almost need to match that more and more, so to kind of simplify things, simplify the things that you do. It even feels like walking as much as possible. It feels like saving money as much as possible, saving energy as much as possible, spending as much time focusing inwardly as you possibly can at this point without driving yourself nuts, it feels like. But who you really want to emulate is yourself, and connecting to your divine presence is really what it's about. And there's something going on with the crown chakra up here. There's almost a kind of block. So it's very good to read the types of books that you're reading and to take what resonates with you. But they want you to please remember that who you're really connecting to is your higher self, and also your deepest self, the core of yourself, the core of who you are, however you want to say that or look at that. So this can come out in a very grounded way. You're grounding to a very deep sort of personal power. Whereas at the same time, you're connecting to something higher, a higher aspect. You're allowing that to kind of dominate your energy field and flood through, and that's enlightenment. But it feels like minimalizing is what is going to help you with everything that you are doing, with the things that you own, even things that you strive for, letting go of them, because the major point here is being yourself and discovering that. And it's actually very simple, and it's very simplified, and it's actually not complicated. What is complicated is the constant labeling of what is self and what is not self. And we typically do that. They're saying especially, well, in every society, but we do it in different ways, and especially like in the West, but that's not exactly what's coming through. They are saying the West, but they're also meaning as well like larger cities, where people aren't operating on like a farm or using free energy or things like this so much. And it's good that you're not doing the typical thing where people typically, they model people, but they model the wrong people. They model society's standards. They mirror those people, the people that are reflecting that and mirroring that back to society, of what society says that they should be like celebrities and things like this. Now this doesn't have anything to do with what you were saying about the actor thing, and they're mentioning that, and that isn't why they're bringing this up, as I feel like there's a different feeling from them about what you may have been meaning by that. So I feel like they are understanding that. So that has having nothing to do with what you said about that. No, they like who you are attempting to mirror, and they think that that is a good trait about you. But even with that, they don't want you to lose yourself. And to just remember the fact that you are channeling yourself, your divine self. And that's really the process of enlightenment. Okay, so that is all that they have to say for this reading. So thank you very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. And I truly hope, as always, that it benefits you. And I will see you in the next one. Namaste.